Hello again, YouTube, and this is an informational video here for you folks that are kind of curious about these nickel cadmium cells and their longevity and stuff like that. And but just to set the record straight for a few folks, I've taken these cells, a cell apart. Just took it apart and just to see what was up, see if I can recover it and stuff like that. And this is a nickel plate of a cell. It's about 20, 25, 30 years old. And if you look at it, this is nickel, okay? If you look at it, this is the plate. And it's metal. And if you look at it, that's just discoloration, all right? It's like some like a mesh material, but I mean, this thing right here looks like it will last another 100 years, okay? This is the plate. This is a nickel. This is the nickel part of the plate. Right? This is the nickel part of the plate. See, I'm squeezing it and stuff. I'm shaking it, banging it, dropping it, stuff like that. And you see, this is nickel, okay? This is metal, all right? This is metal. And this is what the metal looks like after 30 years or so. But you see, the thing is, it's still conductive, all right? This is what it looks like. This is the metal portion. This is the metal portion of the nickel cadmium cell. I'm wearing gloves because, this portion right here is cadmium, okay? This is the part that gets jacked up. Not this. This is the cadmium part that gets jacked up after a while. Okay, now I'm going to pick this up. If you look carefully, you'll see something that doesn't look like the others. It's a big hole, okay? That part is where the cadmium kind of came off. If you look at, there's another hole and stuff like that. Now, this particular one has been dried out. I kind of left it out, and it's dry. And, it's in a better condition than it was in. So this is the Achilles heel. This is why these plates fail. Because, you see, this material is like clay or like brick, okay, or something like that. If I punch this in the middle, it will fall apart, okay? Because if you look real carefully, you can see something that kind of looks like, clay material. Yeah, right there. This is where it fails, okay? This is why, and I agree with DIY Tesla Powerwall that the original design of nickel cadmium plates, they were flawed. It could have done a lot better, and since hence we went from nickel cadmium plates. The initial design of nickel cadmium plates it was flawed. So we went from nickel cadmium, Edison and the gentleman in France that actually developed nickel cadmium plates, if I remember correctly. Edison just built on his original design, and so the thing is, this is why we went from nickel cadmium plates to nickel iron plates, okay? These cells are made up of nickel iron. Now, this is a cadmium plate, and this is why these cells fail, because what happens is at some point in time, these cells will bulge. This material will bulge, and if you look on the side here, you can see right now everything's good to go, but if they bulged out, they will actually touch the nickel plate and short out. Okay, that is what a shorted cell actually looks like. Now, this particular plate here was shorted. This is one of the shorted cells, and one of the reasons why it was shorted. And so what I did was I got a flat piece of material, and I kind of, I pushed the puckered surfaces back in and let it dry. And if you look, you'll see a little bit of a pucker there. Okay, you may not think that that's no big deal. However, when the plates the nickel and the cadmium plates are only millimeters apart, that is an issue. That will cause some type of, that will cause a short. And so I just want to let you know that when you buy one of these type of cells, after 30-something years, yeah, if they were not taken care of, like for instance, if, stuff got in them, like for instance, acid, in my case, I believe the lemon juice or the vinegar that I put in may have not done very well with the cadmium. Okay, so it could have been self-induced. I have no idea. But the thing is, this is the weak part of the plates. Of the nickel cadmium cells. That again, I'm touching these with gloves because cadmium is toxic. But in any case, just wanted to show you, this is what it looks like. Okay, this is nickel cadmium, or this is cadmium that will be, in conjunction. And cadmium, this is, it is, if you put some probes on this from a multimeter, it will conduct. Okay, so it is conductive. And again, this, is nickel. You punch this, you're gonna bend it. Okay, you're not gonna punch through this. Okay, this is nickel. All right, and this stuff on the other side, this is just discoloration. That's all it is. No big deal. Discoloration. I put this little blue tape around it because I was, thinking about putting, the battery back together and seeing if it would work. And I got plans for, that particular cell, and I may make an electrolyzer. And if you look right here, you can see, this is, you see the design. It's like, this is called a pocket plated design. And this is the nickel plate. This is exactly what it looks like. And, I may use it later. I may make a HHO, or, make some hydrogen with it, with an electrolysis and stuff like that. I mean, there's plenty of things I think I can do with this, with the that old cell. But in any case, this is nickel. And this thing right here, as you can see, I mean, how long will this thing last? Look, folks, this is metal. And, again, that right there is not rust. That's just discoloration. So, I mean, you judge for yourself. Judge for yourself. And so I just wanted to kind of set the record straight here. These things typically, when you, through the electrochemical process, I mean, this does not dissolve in the electrolyte, okay? And this right here normally does not dissolve in the electrolyte. But through abuse, sometimes these, if these cells weren't taken care of, then yes, this type of stuff does happen. If the cell gets dried out or something like that, it can happen, okay? But out of all the cells that I've had, only 2 of them, out of 40-something cells, only 2 of them, really gave me some issues. And, this is why the capacity diminishes, right? It's not the nickel, it's this thing here, if you look. So obviously, that's, I can't conduct through empty air like that. So, I mean, so that's the issue. Okay. All right. Thanks a lot, YouTube, and take care.